This is day 14 of 25 Days of Christmas Stories. This is part 2 of Santa Kid by James Patterson. Santa had stopped going to the toy workshop. Then he stopped going out of the house. Finally, he stopped getting out of bed. He began to put on a lot of weight and grew a long white beard. Santa started looking like Santa, but not in a good way. I burst into Santa's bedroom and told him the terrible news from the toy workshop. "I guess I don't believe in Christmas anymore," he said. It was the saddest thing I'd ever heard. "Well, I believe," I whispered. "I'll always believe in Christmas." The next day, spirits at the North Pole sunk lower than a reindeer's rump. Xmas carols began to fill the air. Xmas cards were being written with Xmas rhymes. Nobody laughed or smiled at the toy workshop anymore, and Santa didn't seem to care. He just stayed in bed and ate his weight in sugar snackolas. Meanwhile, the new Xmas Express truck arrived, thousands of them, white as snow, with bright red trim to replace Santa's beautiful sleigh and the reindeer too. Christmas was going to be ruined this year, and maybe forever, which is a long time for something to be ruined. So I decided to do something. You have to believe, I reminded myself, in something bigger than yourself. I rode Reimer the reindeer over to Worry Ransom's house. Worry answered the door. I made myself as brave as can be, and I said, "Hi, I'm Chrissy." "So what?" shouted Worry Ransom. I took a deep breath and kept talking. "You can't just buy Christmas. You can't buy the North Pole. Xmas Express is ruining everything that's good and beautiful." "You're wasting my time, and time is money," Worry shouted. Then he said the worst thing of all, the worst thing any kid could hear. "Go away. A kid has nothing good to say." In a wink, in a blink, it was Christmas Eve. The magic night was here. But where was the magic? Xmas Express trucks stuttered and sputtered. Some were stuck in snow drifts up to their ugly logos. The Christmas presents weren't being delivered. Not 5 out of 10. Not even 1 out of 10. Worry Ransom screamed at the elves. "This is your fault. It's none of my doing. I'll have your pointy-eared heads in the morning." I ran home as fast as I could. I brought everyone with me. Mama Claus, the reindeer, and the elves. "You have to save Christmas," I begged Santa. But my dad just looked at me. "Do you believe, Chrissy, in something bigger than yourself?" There were tears in my eyes, and I could barely find my voice. "Yes, I believe. I've always believed." Then Santa smiled. "Well, I'm too heavy for the sleigh," he said. "But if you believe, you have to save Christmas yourself." Well, I'll tell you, I had the whole North Pole buzzing. The elves were smiling, and so were the reindeer, and even the Christmas mice. We hauled out Santa's sleigh and all the good toys. No Princess Pee-Pee and Poo-Poo, no Doggy Doo-Doo. Everybody pitched in. Everybody believed in the magic. But did I? Did I believe enough? How could I possibly know the address of every single kid? How could all these toys fit onto one sleigh? Then Worry Ransom ran toward me. "Kid, this won't fly," he yelled. "Santa's sleigh won't work without Santa." I looked him in the eye, and here's what I said. Kids are small, but kids are smart. Kids are smart enough to understand the magic of Christmas. And then the most amazing thing, the magic happened. The reindeer flew, the sleigh full of toys took off, and so did I. I believed in Christmas in a way I never had before. I believed in how special and holy it was. I believed that I would know every address of every kid in every country. And I believed that Reimer and the other reindeer could fly all night and never get tired. And then, when I was flying over Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, a little boy leaned out from his bedroom window and called out, "But where's Santa? He always comes." But then he spotted a sleigh in the sky, and a reindeer, and something even more incredible. A kid was driving Santa's sleigh. Could it be a kid just like him? Little hands, arms, leg, teeth, and a big smile? And then the little boy made it official. "It's Santa Kid!" he shouted. "I see Santa Kid!" Believe me, I was having the night of my life. The night of any kid's life. Delivering Christmas presents to everybody everywhere. And I remembered every single kid and where they lived. And you know what that means? I came to your house too. At the end of a long, long night, after I stopped at every kid's house, every tent, every hut, every apartment, I made one last stop at Worry Ransom's house. Worry's kids were crying, and so was Worry's wife. And you know what? So was Worry, because he'd never gotten his Christmas presents. I gave everybody their gifts, and then I shook Worry's hands. "No hard feelings, kid," he yelled. "No hard feelings," I said, "but you and your friends and your broken down truck and your shiny black cars have got to get out of the North Pole by New Year's Day." And do you know what? That's what happened. That night, Christmas night, I had the most scrumptious dinner ever with my family and all of my friends. And my dad finally asked, "Chrissy, did you really deliver all those presents to all those kids?" And I had to tell him the truth. Well, I didn't exactly deliver the presents the usual way. There was quiet in the room. I talked to every kid. You know what I told them? I told them, Christmas isn't about getting presents. I told the kids that Christmas is about something much, much bigger than presents. Christmas is about believing. "Wow," my dad said, and everyone around the table joined in. "That's what happened? That's great." I started to laugh, and then I winked at Santa and Mama Claus. Yeah, but then I gave everybody their presents. The end.